This is a study skills podcast for Fortismere School. Podcast 6, Identifying Resources. An important part of independent learning is being able to identify appropriate and useful resources to help inform your study. This podcast will give you some advice on how to do this successfully. What do you want to do? The first step in identifying resources is working out what it is you need to find out. You will need to ask the right kinds of questions. For example, if you have been allocated a topic to study, you will need to be clear what the objectives of the research are. Do you need to produce an essay, an evaluative critique, or a personal response to the topic? What information will you need to find out in order to achieve this? What are the core questions you need to ask? Will you need to collect or survey data? In what format must you present the final piece? If you are unsure about the answers to any of these questions, ask your teacher. Break the topic down into small parts. Try mind mapping. You could use free online software such as bubble.us or poplet.com to help you do this. Possible resources. Once you have identified your core questions and goals, you must find useful resources and gather relevant information. Where are you going to look? Use the library catalogue at school and in public libraries. Books, primary and secondary sources. Journals. Biographies of relevant people. Encyclopedias in print and online. Newspapers and magazines. Experts in the subject, including your teachers and librarians. General and specialist search engines. Don't just use the internet. Gathering the most useful information. At A-level, you are expected to take a more academic approach to your learning. This means that it is your responsibility to check that the resources you are using are appropriate, reliable, and useful. Basing your research on your core questions and goals is one way of ensuring that the information you access is relevant to the topic you are studying. Use bibliographies to point you towards other useful resources for the topic. Using the internet for research. Not everything you read on the internet will be accurate for a variety of reasons. The website may be produced by volunteers rather than experts. The website may be biased. Entries on some websites can be modified. The website may be out of date. Note that all of these statements apply to Wikipedia. People may put information on the internet to persuade, to sell, to entertain, to titillate, to inform, to educate, and out of vanity. You will have to be aware of this when you are carrying out your research. How can you check that your internet resource is reliable? Look at the URL. Addresses that end in .ac.uk, .gov, .edu, .sch.uk aim to provide accurate and reliable information. Addresses that end in .org or .com may be produced by charitable, religious, commercial, or lobbying groups. Beware any site that includes the tilde symbol in the URL. This is a personal site. Check who produced the website. Are they biased? Is the material on the website primary or secondary? Is the material on the website up to date? Going beyond Google and Wikipedia. Try using advanced search tools such as Google Refined Search, Google Scholar, or Google Books. Use alternative search engines, e.g. alltheweb.com or bing.com. Try using alternative spellings of words, for example, aluminium, the UK spelling, or aluminum, the US spelling. Keep a record of which websites you have looked at. This is important for creating an accurate bibliography. Check your information on more than one website. Use the library's paid-for internet resources, eclipse.net. Finally, if you ever feel stuck or are struggling to find useful resources, ask your teacher or the thinking search engine, your librarians.